What is going on, guys? Hades here, and today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite zombie maps of all time. So, why don't we just get straight into it? At number 5, we gotta have Moon, baby. We gotta have Moon. So, back in the Black Ops 1 days, you know, when DLC 3 had been out, we had Shang, and you know, we were all like, oh, where we go next, where we go next? And then, oh, he just went and gave us Moon. Jimmy Z went and gave us the Moon. Although originally, yes, it was supposed to be Paris. We'll ignore that fact, because we went to the Moon, baby. And that was such a big thing back in the day, to be on the Moon. We were all so excited, we were pumped. And then, not to mention the fact that the map was just, for that gen of console, for 360 and PlayStation 3, the map looked good back then. It was so nice, and the map was so fun to play. The Easter egg was brilliant. The cosmonauts were fun to troll your friends with. The just zombies floating about and the way you could launch them. The QEDs and its endless possibilities. The Gersh devices coming back again. The wave gun. There wasn't anything so bad about the map that made me hate it. Like, obviously, yes, like every other map, there was some things you didn't like and there was some things you liked. But to be honest, the likes and the love outweighed the dislikes, to be completely honest. And I know there is so many good maps in zombies, but Moon is definitely in my top 5 for sure. I mean, just that step in the Easter egg where you're starting to fill up the vials and the tubes in the pyramid room, and then, you know, when you're at the 4 tube step and Samantha starts talking to you and she's like,
the blackness will swallow your pride. Something far more terrible than you lies here.
That always sticks with me, even to this day. That always stays with me, because that is just such an incredible moment. It gives you, like, you know, that shiver down your spine, you know, that nostalgia. And even the first time when we played it and we did the Easter egg, me and Adam back in the day, and the rest of our crew that we had back then, we just, you know, were so taken away by it. You were like, oh my god, this is creepy, but it's also really cool. But for sure, Moon has to be number 5. Okay, so number 4 on my top 5 list has to be Shangri-La. Shangri-La, baby. And a lot of people are going to be like, what? Shangri-La? That map was terrible. And hold on, no it wasn't. And I mean, yeah, maybe that's your opinion. For those of you that don't like Shangri-La, that's just your opinion. This is my opinion. Shangri-La was fun. Not to mention it was challenging. And the fact that even on the last gen consoles, it was beautiful. That map was stunning. Eclipse mode was so beautiful. Like, the look of the map, all the foliage, you know, it worked so well. The setting of the map, the Easter egg was insane. You know, being stuck in the loop constantly, having to help Brock and Gary out over times. Yes, it was a bit annoying, especially with the napalm step and stuff like that. And then you had shriekers as well, always on your ass. It made it a little bit frustrating, but that was the challenge. That was the challenge. Not to mention the fact that you could still have PhD, Mustang and Sally. You had the bridge that you could look at that beautiful view from and see the mountains that we're not going to talk about because it's extremely frustrating that we still don't know whether it's on Mars or not. I know a lot of people are going to be like, it has that wrong with it. You know, the monkeys taking your power-ups all the time is annoying, and the napalm is randomly spawning and, you know, trapping you when they come out the floor and stuff, or shriekers blinding you and then getting mauled by a group of zombies. It's just like, well, you know, there's ways around that. Just, you know, don't get mauled or trapped. That's part of the challenge. That's why they put these things in the map, to make it harder, to make it difficult. And that's mainly the reasons why I loved Shangri-La. It was just such a challenging map. It was beautiful. And even in the remastered version, oh my god, you thought it was beautiful on last gen? My god, it makes me like cry. It actually makes me cry how beautiful it is. Okay, so number 3 on the list has to be Deriz. It has to be. Anyone that says Deriz wasn't one of the greatest maps of all time is lying to themselves. You know, that map is where it all started, where the storyline really kicked off back in World at War. You know, we had our characters, yeah, for the second map, because they first showed up in Shino Numa, but Deriz, oh my god, the map was just so freaking awesome. It's just that map that everyone goes like, oh, zombies, Deriz, World at War. The gun selection, you know, the flytrap Easter egg when it first showed up back in that map, it was amazing. Sam was creepy as hell in that map. So when you'd finish the flytrap and she'd be like, or even on the remastered version on the Giant where Maxis is talking, you know, it's still kind of awesome. Obviously, Pack-a-Punch showed up for the first time. The clock constantly ticking in that constant loop, teleporting back to the mainframe, being able to escape from certain areas. There was nice training spots. It was pretty good. It was such a good map. The little Easter eggs it had. like the fly trap, obviously. You know, there was the things written on the wall in the garage that always, you know, all the theories back in the day. It's like, oh, if you reach this round or get this amount of points, you can buy the garage door and escape the map and all this. And then, you know, it had the sinking brick on World at War and all that, and it was just like, this map was awesome. It was so good. I know a lot of people will agree with that, actually, because I've heard a lot of people say that they loved the Reese a lot, like the original one. Maybe not so much the remastered, which I don't understand because I love the remastered version just as much. The Black Ops 1 remaster and the Black Ops 3 remastered, they are just both beautiful as hell. The Black Ops 3 especially because of the snow. I just think snow makes it look just fantastic. Okay, so moving on to number 2. Okay, it's gotta be my boy's map, Tank Dempsey. It's gotta be Der Eisendrache. It just has to be. This map was so fantastic. Like, I remember, you know, back when we only had Shadows of Evil and the Giant to play, and, you know, it was getting a bit stale, obviously, because you were doing the same thing over and over again, you know, the only 2 maps we had. And then they just came out that January and they were like, you know what, here's Der Eisendrache, baby. It's coming out February 2nd, and you're gonna freaking love it. It's gonna be awesome. You know, that map was so good, even from day one. Bows! The upgrade for the bows. The Easter egg, like, trying to solve that Easter egg, watching it, or even doing it myself, was just so enjoyable. It was so good. The map layout is fantastic. For one, it's set in a medieval castle in the Alps. How is that not awesome? It's snowing. Again, like 10 times more awesome. The fact that the keepers were showing up more in the maps now at this point in Der Eisendrache was even better. You know, you got to see a physical form in-game instead of a cutscene like at the end of Shadows of Evil. There was all that dialogue going on. You know, we had Groff back. It was awesome. And then obviously, we blew up the freaking moon. That was just like a big you to Jimmy Zielinski, really. And, you know, not that I have any hate towards Jimmy Zielinski or anything, but, you know, he kind of spoiled the party a bit by destroying Earth back in the day, but we won't get into that. But then again, without Jimmy Zielinski making Moon, we wouldn't have got to some of the other maps. So, again, you know, thank you, Jimmy Zielinski, because even though we ended up with Transit then gave us some other stuff, and we still have to be thankful for that in the end, so thank you. The map was incredible. Like, there's no denying it. The boss battle, although the arena was always a bit dark, I enjoyed it because it made the bows look really cool, how they lit up in the dark, and the elements, the fire bow. Holy shit, the fire bow was so nice. And just that moment where you, like, blew up the moon, and then Richtofen would say that line.
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission.
That was just like, my god. And then, you know, even the cutscene and where Dempsey says,
"Good to see you, Tank."
And then he goes ahead and presses the button. Man, I cried at that first time round. I really did. Oh god, I need a tissue. Where's the tissue? And then, of course, you've got Richtofen when he touches Dempsey on the shoulder. God, the feels. The feels. Oh god, I can't talk about this map anymore. God, I can't. Right, move on to number 1. Just move on to number 1. Alright, okay. I'm alright now. I'm alright. Okay, number 1. Let's go to number 1, right. Number 1. My number 1 favorite map of all time is, drumroll please, it's gotta be Origins, baby. And hold up, I've heard a lot of crap about Origins recently. People saying how it's overrated and it's not that good and stuff like that, but this is down to opinion. This is my own opinion. I'm not going off anyone else's opinion. I respect other people's opinions and what they say, and I actually agreed on some things that people say about how the map, you know, isn't built for solo players and how it can be a bit difficult because the map's too big and stuff like that. But I enjoy those things as well. It makes it more challenging. It makes it difficult. For instance, people complain about how when you're upgrading the stats and you might be down the crazy place and then the generator gets attacked and you have to rush out. That's a challenge. For me, that is a challenge. That makes it more difficult. That means I can't get on with upgrading the staff straight away. That makes it more difficult. It's not supposed to be easy. It was there to make it difficult. And the Easter egg, yeah, it's really difficult on solo. But again, it's a challenge. It was never going to be easy. I mean, let's just go on the basis of Origins straight off. I mean, even from the start of the frickin' map, a 1,000 foot tall robot tries to stand on you. Come on. And there's 3 of those massive fuckers charging round. Come on. How is that not cool? It's the first time our character showed back up again. The intro cutscene was amazing. It had a tank. It had panzers, which were challenging, yes, but also funny. The Pack-a-Punch was amazing. The camo Oh my god, the camo was awesome. You know, we had things like the blood vials on Richtofen. All these mysteries starting. The red scarf that we were just so puzzled about back then. You know, Dr. Monty. Okay, and let's go back to the staffs, baby. I loved the bows, but the staffs, the bows just don't even compare. The staffs were so freaking amazing, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am an avid lover of the fire bow. That thing was insane. It was insanely beautiful. But the fire staff, Kagetsushi's blood, when it was upgraded, holy guacamole, that thing was awesome. You know, just one-shotting panzers for fun. Just spraying lava all over the floor. What isn't cool about that? The Easter egg. I know a lot of the time it would get a little bit annoying with Sam talking all the time, but let's be fair, it was really creepy. You know, that first time when you heard her talking, she was like,
"Can you hear me? Please, you have to help me. I'm trapped here. I just want to go home."
That sent shivers down my spine, man. Every time. And when she'd whisper that one line,
"You don't even remember how long this has been going on. How long we have been trapped here."
Man, hearing that, like, it still scares the crap out of me to this day, and it just makes you think, like, why? Why are we stuck in this perpetual cycle? Is there any way out? Oh god, cycle, why did I say that? Oh god. I mean, I could go on for years about how much I love Origins. I don't care that the Easter egg wasn't built for solo players. You can still do it, and that's a good thing in my books. I could go on forever, but I'm not going to, because this video will just get absurdly long. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and my top 5 maps. This is just opinion, obviously. This isn't me saying that these are the best 5 maps of all time. This is just me saying these are my top 5. And a lot of people are going to be like, where the hell's Mob of the Dead? And I love Mob of the Dead. I love all maps, all the zombie maps. I don't dislike any of them. There's things I dislike about them all, but I love them all. They're all challenging in ways, and that's what I like about them all. But these were my top 5, and Mob of the Dead just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. It's probably maybe 6th place, maybe. But yeah, on those honorable mentions is pretty much every other map that I didn't mention. And also, just before I go, if you guys have any ideas for videos that you would like to see, kind of top 5 things or things to do with zombies, just anything like that, be sure to let me know in the comments again below, and I will get on to those ideas. But anyway, again, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, be sure to drop a like. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of my selection of my top 5 favorite maps, and what are your top 5 favorite maps of all time. And also, if you're new around here and you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do so to become a Demon today. But other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Hades out.